Didn't expect that. Okay, let's get some comments before we have our boy Ben coming in. Farm Boy, love it, says Lisa Jude. Oh, you went to Farm Boy. Nice in Barrie. Very good store. Spirit Aitchison in the gut while he's being held by linesman. You're all over it. He did get suspended upon review. Okay. David doing David things, says Linz. Okay, gonna tie up some comments here. Blake, it's called The Last Covenant, basically gives us spiritual freedom. Oh, that's what you're saying about what I talked about with that guy? That I have the spiritual freedom to do whatever? That's called The Last Covenant? I think that's where you're going with it. I like it. Trevor Castonguay, the most spiritual, love and light-filled equipment trainer in the OHL. Namaste, brother. Great to see you today. Long time no see. And Emo Patriot, I'm a Leafs fan. I'm laughing to not cry about it. Amen, brother. If you got to do what you got to do. Okay, so we will turn the TikTok around. We are setting up for our boy, Ben Myers, the After the Bell co-host, my spiritual brother from another mother. Shout out Mama Meyer. Again, she joined the Instagram. I don't know if she's still here. I wouldn't doubt that she is. She wants to see her boy chopping it up. So here he is, everybody. The man, the myth, the legend. Somebody like you, Ben Myers. Oh, ho, ho.
We did it.
Oh, boy.
Against all odds. The boys did it.
Namaste, brother. Congrats to you and the Flyers, my man. That's awesome.
Dude, it's so funny. I was like, I swear to God, I haven't been able to bring this baby out for playoff hockey in quite some time. But I was like, I know I had the old Bobby Clark in there somewhere. And I went ruffling through the closet for it. I was like, I know a perfect time to put this thing on. Oh, thanks for having me, bud.
Absolutely, brother. And you timed it well with the haircut too. Look at the no hat on with the little fade going on, brother.
Whew. Don't get me going. Don't get me going now.
This guy?
Oh man. Whew, let me bring down. I want to get down to there we go. All right.
Where's the throne?
Oh, I moved it over there. I felt like it was too much. The throne was too much.
So it's going to be coming in and out of After the Bell, in and out of live streams.
I think it's just one episode of After the Bell. It was because of my back, and I was like, I can do this. I can do.
The back's better.
Yeah, the back's doing good. Stretching, taking care of the mind, the body, and the soul. Okay.
I love it, brother. I love it. And you're at 465 days in a row meditating?
Recorded. Yeah. When I started recording, it's probably much longer than that, but I wanted to start collecting data. So yeah, if anyone is looking for a recommendation, this is not a sponsored post, but Insight Timer is free, and a lot of free cool stuff on there. It tracks how many days, so I enjoy that.
Amazing, brother. Look at Lisa saying Ben has a wonderful radio voice. I do agree. Meditation voice, radio voice, voiceovers. I'm sure this guy could do. Like it's incredible. And look, Mama Meyer's here for both of us. She says she's here for both of the boys, which is just so welcoming.
Oh, hello, Mama Myers. Mama Bear.
Mama Bear. But man, Philly must have been going up. I saw the clip yesterday, and Vladar makes that huge save. The goalie they brought in to have over 900 save percentage. He just stands up and just puts his arms up. The bench is going crazy, talking on the coaches. Like, dude, what a moment.
Dude, it's so cool because, I mean, as you know, right? Philly's just it's just different. Right now, I can't say so much for hockey because I think Philly's just different in a lot of sports. So I think Philly hockey is probably the closest it is to maybe like, I can't imagine what it's like when Toronto's going, Ottawa's going, Vancouver's going. Like, I bet you it is rowdy. Montreal, all the ones, right? But yeah, what you hear about Philly is true. It's an absolute rambunctious, and I'll save a lot of the other descriptive. You know what you think about Philly. They're all true. But yeah, when that atmosphere gets going, it's like no other. And like you said, they just turned around and it was just embraced by a city. Yeah. And there's nothing more than what Philly loves in an underdog story. So like they had like almost a 0% chance to make the playoffs when when the Olympics were happening, and all of a sudden they turned it around, and little by little everyone starts watching. They start putting together some runs. They were playing like 5 games at a time. They were just tracking, and all of a sudden, like, to do it on your home ice, oh man, it was so cool to watch, man.
Absolutely. And they got such a big kick from Porter Martone, the kid from Peterborough, coming in 8 points his first 8 games. He set the record for most shots by a rookie player in the first 2 games, 14 shots. Like, talk about a shot in the arm that he's like He's really making it seem like the rebuild is really getting to a place. They needed a big guy with skill. They have Zegras, they have Michkov, they have these kind of, Konechny, these smaller guys. They needed another big rig, and they got a super skilled one.
Dude, because I remember you were watching I think his first point may have been that nasty through the legs pass off the boards. I think it was to Zegras. I can't
Yes,
remember.
yes, yes. The touch pass off the
Dude,
boards. It was nasty.
Nasty. And I was just like, you just see like you're doing that in what is your first or second show like game. And then his first goal was the overtime winner, the 5-on-3. And it was just kind of like he buried it. And you saw like he was embraced, he was loved at that point. It's so cool to see that because once again, like we've had the Lindrosses, we've had all like the big names come up and just kind of like Michkov's like I think he's going to get better this next year coming up. I truly believe that's going to be his trial year where it's going to be like you either get it or you don't for Philly. But yeah, Porter, man, what a stud. He is being embraced and loved. Now, what a time to join the squad and show up and show out too. It's been awesome.
Literally, I think that's a great read on Michkov because he had a great rookie year and then he came in out of shape. And the new coach, Rick Tocchet, he don't fuck around. People like, this is Rick Tocchet. He should be every goal, assist, fight game should be the Rick Tocchet hat trick, not the Gordie Howe, because this guy has by far the most ever, like 28 or something. So Michkov has 26 rips, 63 points his first year. Comes in out of shape, gets buried a bit in the lineup. Other guys pass him, so he's going to have to come in hungry. And I saw his comments saying that he wanted to go to Montreal instead. That's not going to go over well in Philly. You just don't say those things. And he acted all excited when he got signed. So he's sending a lot of those kind of Russian, typical, unfortunately, mixed signals. But I do agree with you. I feel like he's going to dial it in, realize, wow, this team's legit. I better earn my freaking place on it. Because you have like the guys that Philly's been able to find, like Noah Cates. People don't even probably know much about Noah Cates. This guy's plus 26.
He's a stud.
47 points on this team. That is insane. That's so far ahead of everybody else in plus minus on a team that is so not supposed to be here.
Dude, Forrester, Barkey, like Konechny's like buried in the lineup. Like he was like the top name. Like you don't even think about him anymore. Like, and all of a sudden, like he was more known.
Zegras has kind of taken the shine away from him, but he's still like dominating. Still,
it's funny because I should say, like in Philly, like he's just really been known for his chirping.
Yes.
And more so because we haven't been good. So like it was one of those like, what are you going to be known for? Now, dude, we get Pittsburgh in the first. There is nothing better. I mean, you can say this is me, a personal fan. Like once again, hockey for me, like I grew up like watching hockey. That's like the only sport I didn't like play outside of like the neighborhood. Like I didn't play like in like leagues or anything like that. And the greatest rivalry, in my opinion, in Philly is Pittsburgh Flyers. And that I want to say it was maybe 2011, 2012, something like that, when we got them in the first round. It was the greatest series of hockey I've ever watched. It was the coolest thing ever. And that's why we in Philly had this burning passion for Sid the Kid. I think he's one of the greatest to ever do it. But I will say this, he is not welcome in Philadelphia. Those words are not welcome in Philadelphia when it's Flyers Pittsburgh.
100%, dude. I'm looking at their stats right now because they got rid of Delorier, right? They have Garrett Wilson, my former captain here in Owen Sound, a guy I know who's kind of become like the potential guy to be the tough guy when they need them. But I'm looking at the Penguins roster. They're very evenly matched where they have guys that play gritty and hard, but there's not any like big tough guy per se. So this is going to be a great series of where they're just going to be hopefully going at each other. Hopefully Konechny pulls a Giroux and tries to bury Crosby first shift or something like that again. But you know that whole area around the rink's just going to be nuts. And Lorianne Forrest says here in the chat, I went to a couple games in Philly. First time we turned the wrong way, one on Broad Street and ended up in the ghetto.
Yeah, it really, one street over makes a big difference in Philly, for sure. For sure. You can end up on the wrong side of the city very quickly.
But that's such a cool place for people that don't know. Like they have the football stadium, the baseball stadium. Is it the basketball right there too?
All of them, yeah.
Oh yeah, like this, you just south of the city. That place is just a sports hub. Holy cow!
It gets rowdy, right? And like once again, when you have all of the games going on, there's like an Xfinity Live right there, which is kind of like the meeting ground for all of the stadiums to go and essentially just drink. And it's an experience, right? It's an experience that if you know, you know, and if you don't, you might not want to know. Honestly, it gets a little rowdy, but what an environment to watch playoff hockey, any playoff sports, to be honest. Like it is such an environment.
I didn't even get to play one preseason game there because we were playing in Long Island and I got freaking smoked without looking by their captain, Anders Lee, and got my knee twisted and everything was going great, man. I really thought that was going to be the perfect place for me. But yeah, the injury, and then I get sent down and I'm like, no, I'm fine. It's just a bruise that didn't tear my whole knee. It's just like a deep bone bruise. I'll skate through it, just tape it up. It'll get better. They're like, no, you got to go down. I'm like, okay, strong mindset. Gordie Howe, Rick Tocchet hat trick opening weekend, goal assist fight against Hershey, against Wilkes, our rivals. And then it all went downhill from there, people. It just didn't happen. Got buried in the minors and did not go well.
Who'd you say? Did you say it was Riley Cote that came up?
It was Chris Stewart. So Chris Stewart had played with him in Minnesota. The same guys that drafted me and liked him. So when I got signed by Philly, they also were like, hey, Gabe's is here, but we want some insurance. Maybe bring in this, a heavy guy that we know who's a good locker room guy, and yada yada. And they bring in Chris Stewart, who had played in the EIHL the season before, in the Scottish and English League, which is like so many steps down from the NHL, like literally 15. And then they just brought him and plucked him right back in there when my knee was fine. So believe me, it caused some issues between the ears, folks. And that got pretty dark there in Lehigh Valley, which is funny enough, living miles away from fucking Ben was at the time.
And you want to know what was going on between the years for me? It wasn't going well for me either, bud. But yeah, that's like the wild thing of like thinking like we were probably living within a mile or 2 miles of each other. I was living in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania at the time. And yeah, it's the Valley's also a really cool spot. And once again, you said you were playing for the Phantoms and stuff like that. It's another cool environment. That's another cool little spot to get into, and like right in Allentown and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, was Philly your stop before you went to San Jose?
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
The COVID year. Yep. I got out of there so damn fast because I was rocketed home to see an absolute angel that dropped out of the clouds into my lap. So I was quite excited. I literally got rid of all my shit within a day, dumped it at Greg Carey's house, just said, I don't need it. It's yours. Have fun. I was literally on the road still calling my apartment building I just left saying, yeah, I left. So what do we got to do? Like, I just got out of Dodge, got the fuck out of there so I could get across the border and make sure I could go see my new sweetheart. So that's an interesting time of my life in the book for sure.
Dude, I'm so pumped to read that book, man. It's so funny because like I've gotten to hear the stories. Like I don't want to say the stories that are in the book because like you've been so good just kind of talking about it. I'm like, oh, I think that you'll want to see that in the book too. So I'm really, really pumped. And what day did you say they come out? July?
June 29th, which is this number that just keeps showing up in my life, people. I didn't know for the longest time I was born at 2:09 in the morning, April 20th, 1993. But something about 20 was always April 20th was my birth. I like 20 and I bounced around numbers. But then I got to the OHL and they're like, okay, well, I can't wear 9. That's like one of the most legendary numbers. And somebody had it, I think my rookie teammate. And I didn't want it. Somebody had 20. So I was like, okay, I like 20. I like 9. Let's go 29. I like it. And it was before Nathan McKinnon wore 29. I think Marc-Andre Fleury, the goalie, wore it, but I still thought it was unique. And it was before Draisaitl. So I was wearing it before these guys. But then I wore that for their junior. And then I tried to get 29 in pro in Iowa. They had a guy, my buddy had it. So I had to wear 39. But everywhere I went, I tried to get 29. And lo and behold, I end up. That's when I really thought I was going to make my hometown team, people. When I got the 29th apartment on the 29th floor in Toronto, I was like, yep, everything's just lining up, people. Next thing you know, that's the place I retire. So didn't expect to retire at age 29 on the 29th floor and then have the book coming out on June 29th, now 2026. It's just like, what is happening, people? It's the synchronicities.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't plan June 29th. I planned April 1st. Then we pushed it back, or my birthday. But then now it's like, no, Canada Day is July 1st. I'm going to put it on Canada Day, June 29th. You don't have to make decisions in life, people. I swear to you, the more you get out of the way, I don't do anything. I keep telling everybody I don't do anything. I just get in the way go do something that the ego says to do. How does that go? Then I learn and I go back to just letting it all happen. And it's so peaceful.
Isn't that the kind of lesson of life a little bit? It's we feel we have to force so many things. Like we feel that we have to be in control of everything. And I can say the greatest lesson I've been learning is the only control that actually exists is the illusion of control we hold on to.
Yeah.
And one of my greatest, I think, life lessons right now is putting intentions into the universe, into God, whatever language anyone likes to use for themselves, and then just putting in work. And by work, I mean playing in the sandbox and then letting go. Like it's just kind of like having faith that when an opportunity presents itself, at that point will be the only decision I have to make. And it won't even be a decision because my intuition will know what is right and wrong and it will pull me. It's will I have built that muscle and trained that muscle to trust it and move forward with full belief. And that's just kind of that's kind of where I'm operating right now is, hey brother, trust the muscle, trust this, what feels like quiet time, because this might be the quietest time you get for a long time. Trust it, believe it.
Oh, just marinating in that. That was beautifully said. And that just shows why we resonate, regardless of our paths being so uniquely different. These paths start to converge at some point. And in your way, you're speaking about what I'm doing, just at the place that I'm at and our own journey. Like it's exactly the same. And I think we keep returning to the deeper truth over and over. We might go this way and study crystals in India, or we're going to go do this yoga teacher training, or we're going to fuck spirituality and go do school, whatever it is. You're going to come back to these same cyclical things, people. And that, what you just said, man, is so true. The only control is the illusion of it. Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the new Michael Singer book, Wisdom Untethered, is just leaning into that so hard. It's just like the only, and I was having such a great, every time I talk to my mom these days, it's like a 20-minute deep banger. But like the only thing we can actually do is only make it worse than it already is. Like any situation that happens, you can't necessarily really add to it in the moment. All you can do is resist it. And it's so paradoxical that Michael Singer, and he literally knows it. He's like, I know it doesn't make sense to anybody out here. This is why I write these books and stuff. But it's so funny that when you realize that this has happened and I can either resist it or go, yes, because the universe already said yes, because it's happening. And it's funny that when you let go, you don't like get dragged down below it. You actually rise above it. It's like, it's just so crazy how it works. And this is why these things are so hidden in plain sight, but this is why we have to circle up and talk about it, because it's just so easy to miss.
It's so easy to miss, dude. Brendan, welcome in.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, brother.
Namaste, brother. Hey, great call by you, Ben. Namaste, brother. Shout out Brandon. He got through I don't know if Ben knows, he got through a tough night last night, got discharged by the hospital. He was supposed to go to a place to stay for the night. They didn't have enough beds. It wasn't guaranteed. The system failed you. Your family didn't feel like they could step up with the burned bridges in their life from you. And you went through the night, brother. I don't know where you stayed. You should let us know, but you got through the night and you got to detox for day one. I'm so fucking happy for you, bro.
That's amazing, brother.
Yes,
I'm absolutely amazing. Celebrating the hell out of that. You mentioned something really important, and it was like all we can do is feel like we can get the way and we can kind of fuck this up, right? And there's this thing that kind of unlocked something for me along, we'll call it my journey, my adventure of life here. And I think so many of us get caught in our worth is dependent on our output.
Ooh.
Our value is dependent on what we can provide others, provide society, provide our families, and understand to a level of the human experience that there's some truth to that, but not all truth. What I've learned to believe for myself is the greatest lesson I could learn was inherently you can't fuck up. You are love. You are perfect. You are like anything that is outside of that realm was taught to you, brought on to you, you were exposed to. Like you were this perfect plate of glass, and then you were scratched along the way, and then you believed that since you were scratched, you're not good enough for being a piece of furniture in a house, or you're not good for being a window, you're not good for being a windshield because you have all these scratches on you. But realizing that those scratches were just life and those experiences, and it doesn't change that were so beautiful. And once again, that's the way I just had to learn it and think about it for myself, because I was so blessed to feel love and support growing up. But something along the way is like, I think a lot with, except especially like in Catholic school and growing up getting bullied a little bit, a lot of it. um I had to remember that innately I am love. I am worthiness. And if you feel weird saying like I am love to myself, be like, I'm worthy of it all. I can't not be. And then the more I said it, the more I did that, the more I believed it. And now it's just kind of like, now you say things like, you can't fuck it up. And I go, you're absolutely right. I believe that.
Oh, what a beautiful analogy, people. Can you not see why we vibe so hard? Holy cow. The analogies just come when we speak from truth and we just let it flow, man. That was beautifully said. Beautifully said. Yeah, we can't. That's what we talk about here all the time. You can't fall out of love because you are made of it.
You are love. Yeah.
Apple pie can't fall out of apple pie. It's just fucking apple pie. It's always apple pie. It's not going to change. It just is what it is. You can't find something that you are. That's the post I made today with the, stargazing was the song. We're all out here stargazing. Oh, look at the stars. They're so pretty. I'm down here. I'm not as pretty. It's like, you are the star doing the gazing, folks. You are it. And like you said, it takes time because it feels uncomfortable in a body that has so conditioned to believe the exact opposite. Like in our culture, if you say, I am God, everybody freaks the fuck out. Freaks out. That's their West. You grew up in the Catholic school. I watched a video from Rupert Spear again the other day. He's just like, it sounds blasphemous, and we call it blasphemous to say, I am the universe, I am God, I am consciousness. And he's like, that's so ironic, because what is actually blasphemous, what is so wrong, is to say, I am not the universe.
Mm-hmm.
That is blasphemy. Yet the truthful saying will get you strung up like Jesus, thrown in a psych ward, medicated so you can't talk.
Why do you think that is? Because we're powerful beyond our greatest measure.
Oh, man.
And they don't want us to know that. Or I don't want to say them. It's just one of those things, right? And just even thinking about, there's a lot of, whether Alan Watts says it, other spiritual teachers say it. Alan Watts is just one of my favorites. In the West, we'll say that we come to this earth. In the East, they say we come from this earth. Oh. So it's like, when we're born, do we come from our mothers? Or do we come to our mothers? And it's just kind of like, oh, and you start recognizing patterns of nature and all of the things, and you recognize like that little difference. Like, you know how I always say, like, watch the words you say to yourself. It's not my anxiety, it's anxious feelings. It's like little things like that, because that's shaped the way you have thought about your existence the entire time. We don't come to this earth, we come from this earth. And all of a sudden now, when you say I come from this earth, I'm not a visitor, I'm of it. I want to take care of it. It's not my home, it's me. Like, I am it because I came from it. And then you zoom out, God.
Oh,
I didn't come to God, I came from God, which means what Jesus was saying is, I am God. I am God's son reincarnated, all the, like, on the human playing field, we'll call it, whatever. Like, no, I am from all of it, which makes me it.
Oh my gosh. People, like, holy crap, that's good. Oh, you're making me. There's a video I wanted to find a long time ago, and I found it the other day. I just got to make sure I can pull it up, but I just think it's so pertinent to what you just said. I sent it to myself here. Yes. Okay. I'm going to find it. Yes. This video from Krishnamurti, I think, is worth our time talking about and leaning into, because it's so poignant, people. Okay. Let me pull it up here. I'm going to share this screen, share this tab instead.
You're a tactician back there, man.
I'm getting better. Hey. You used StreamYard long before me. I love how you're pumping me, but you're you're better at this shit than me. Okay, listen to this, people. This is so amazing. Oh.
One,
redo.
If you understand this one radical principle, you will have understood something immense, that where there is an observer separating himself from the thing he observes, there must be conflict. Do what you will, as long as there is a division between the observer and the observed, there must be conflict. As long as there is division, as long as there is a division between the Muslim and the Hindu, there must be conflict. As long as there is a division between Catholic and the Protestant, there must be conflict. You may tolerate each other, which is an intellectual covering of intolerance. As long as there is division between the black and the white and the purple and the blue and the yellow and the black, there must be conflict. As long as there is a division between you and your wife, there must be conflict. And this division exists fundamentally, basically, as long as there is the observer separate from the thing observed. As long as I say, anger is different from me, I must control anger, I must change anger, I must control my thought, I must control, change, do this. In that there is division, therefore there is conflict. Conflict implies suppression, conformity, imitation, all that is involved in that. If you really see the beauty of this, that the observer is the observed, the two are not separate, then you can observe the totality of consciousness without analysis. Then you see the whole content of it instantly.
Holy friggin' gosh damn, what does that bring up for you, dude? My goodness.
A lot of stuff. And by a lot of stuff, I mean, oh my God. I'm gonna try to keep it.
Yeah, I know. I know that was a lot, people. I know I'm a lot, but this is what I do.
No, I don't think it's a lot. I think it when what I'm trying to do is put it into like mental health terms.
Yeah.
Right? So, when you are sad, or I'm going to say even more, if you are feeling anxious or depressed is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And you are identifying as being, as it is coming to you, as if it is separate from you. That is when you are going to meet it with resistance.
Ooh.
So once again, when you say my anxiety, you are the anxiety. It's not yours to hold and keep. It's you expressing anxious feelings. The problem is not the anxious feelings. It's your desire to not be. You are in conflict as the observer of the anxiety. Now, this is trippy. And this is why I'm trying to break it down in a way that, so I'm going to give an example. And if you've heard me say this, you'll hear me say it again. If you're having an anxiety attack, if you're having a panic attack, if you're experiencing sadness, stress, whatever it is, the quickest way to understand and work through that is to be anxious without judgment. Allow yourself to be sad. Allow yourself to have a panic attack, and do not fight it, because all you're doing is then creating your separation from it. So be it. And I know that's so paradoxical. And trust me, as someone who has had 8-hour-long panic attacks for 4 days straight in a room in South Florida, that sounds like the absolute craziest thing to say to somebody who experiences that. I feel that in the core, but I can tell you, 6 years later, the fastest way I'm able to play through a panic attack is to be the panic attack. Observe it as I am. And all of a sudden, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. And when it's happening for me, I learn more about me, because it is me. It doesn't mean I identify as panic. It means I am a spiritual being inside of a human body that experiences panic, anxiety, happiness, sadness, joy, peace, calm. You experience all of them.
Mm.
That is what that video brings up as me. You are not separate than the things you feel. You are the things you feel.
Yes. And we have to work where we're at. These videos, that video would have meant something entirely different for me 2 years ago. You know, that guy then would have been watching and been like, I'm not getting it, but how can I put it into dualistic terms just so I can chew on it a little bit? It's like, right, why would I play a video game when I knew the cheat codes to? I always love that GTA analogy because I would go play at kids' houses and they're like, hey, I got the cheat codes. I can get the Batman mobile and the jet and we can fly around. It's like, okay, you do that for like 20 minutes and you're like, you want to go play basketball? Like, this is boring, right? Like, you're just like, this is this spiritual being having the human experience playing in the sandbox of, let's try being anxious today. Let's have a 4-day panic attack. And I was like, that makes sense. Like it's this, if it's everything, I don't get it, but why would it want just that all the time? It wants to experience things. Just like I want to experience playing a video game. I would never, if you played anybody, we love hockey here. If anybody ever play a season more than a season or a game of hockey that every shot you took ended up in the net, no matter where you shot it from, you shot it off the freaking end wall the other way and it's somehow like boring. That's the experience. It's living that. Oh, and you have to start at these places where your mind can fit that into its understanding. And then to go to then what me or Ben are saying is like, the observer is the observer. It's like, wait, what? It's like, no, just be where you're at, but continue to show up in these spaces that you rub up against. And it's like, ooh, I don't like that. That sounds a little freaky woo, whatever. Just lean into that the same way. The old Native Americans, their young children sitting around the fire, they don't get that every spirit is in the wolf and the bison and the grass and their parents. It's like, what does the bison do when there's a storm? It doesn't run from the storm. It faces it and walks right through it, and the storm passes quickly. It gets better at dealing with the cold, with the rain, with whatever. The cows, or they didn't have cows back then until the white people came and killed a buffalo, they run away from the storm, and it follows them. It's the same thing. You can use the analogies of where you're at along the path to calibrate, and you'll know when it feels like, okay, I can bite it off and chew it and swallow it. The stuff that Gabe just showed, the thing is the one. It's like, just spit that out if it's not ready for it. But keep showing up. Keep coming up to the edge of what you know, being uncomfortable, and then just sticking around a little longer, and it'll slowly start to seep in you. Like all these analogies flying, like rubbing really oily sunscreen in your skin. You just got to keep rubbing it. You don't just put it on and leave it. You got to rub it. It takes forever, and it gets oily, and it's messy, and it's a joke. Eventually, it'll sink in. Eventually, it'll start doing what it's supposed to do.
Lorianne has a great question. She said, Ben, how do you do that? And I'm assuming that's talking about how do you step into the anxiety and the panic and the emotions and stuff like the experience. Right there, the experience of it, right? So I'm going to walk you through literally step by step what I do because I think that would just help paint a picture for you. So I'll notice one thing for me, it's start to notice the early onset of it when it's happening and then recognize that there's fear going to be associated with it. And once again, what do we know about fear? It's false evidence appearing real. That took me a very long time to recognize, not only recognize, to understand, but to practice the knowing of that. So that's what I'll do is I'll practice to be like, hey, I know what's coming and that's okay. That's kind of my safe phrase for myself. I would encourage you to find one for you. You can adopt mine and I'll be like, I feel this way and that's okay. I feel scared right now. I feel nervous. I feel anxious. And that's okay. You're allowed to feel this. In my experience, what I started to believe for a long time is what I was feeling was not okay. I was either weak. I shouldn't be feeling this. It's a medical emergency that I'm not aware of. I'm not allowed to be feeling this way. I'm wrong for some reason. So at first, give yourself permission to feel the things that you're actually feeling. You can't be wrong for feeling them. Because the anxiety or the panic attacks are part of your body. They're part of your experience. They're just energy releasing itself. So that's step one, is recognizing the onset of it, giving yourself permission. Hey, when it arrives, if it arrives, I'm allowed to. The second thing is, now this is more of a physical practice. I start to bring my focus to my breathing before I am in peak panic, before I am now struggling for breath, struggling for all the stuff, and I am kind of what feels like losing my shit. Early onset is a big one, or early recognition is a big one, because then I can start regulating my breathing. But regulating my breathing is, I am not trying to do some fancy breath work. I'm not trying to do box breathing. I'm not trying to do 4-7-8. The most fancy I will get is the physiological sigh, which I'm sure Gabe's has talked about on here. But if not, it's you take a big deep breath in through your nose. You get here, breathe back in, and then and when I say empty the lungs, I mean get everything out of your lungs, like to that point, right? And what I'll do is I'll do that probably 2 or 3 times, and then I'll rest in it. And the only thing I'm doing here is now just making sure I'm focusing on having a little bit longer exhales than I am inhales. So it's just, I do this trick now. This could be taught somewhere, but I kind of just figured it out on my own. Is I just do this with my fingers. So I'll breathe in and I'll breathe out. Double the amount. And I double on this. But that helps me give a physical sensation to get me completely out of my mind. And now I'm attaching my breath to my physical body, which is helping me tune in. You'll hear a lot of things like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mindfulness techniques, 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can taste, and the other stuff here. I lost hearing in there somewhere, but that's the biggest thing. So now when I'm regulating my breathing and I'm kind of regulating my nervous system that way, here's expectation management as well. I'm not anticipating this to take me from a 9 to a 4. I'm hoping, and through time, that within 10 to 15 minutes, it's going to take me from a 9, maybe to an 8.75, 8.3. The only thing I'm looking for is to make sure that number is coming down. And when it comes down, there's my pinhole of light of knowing now this is just a waiting game. And I'm going to repeat those things. I'm going to bring my awareness back to my breath, back to my fingers, me allowing myself to have this. And once again, it's not going to happen the first time. Maybe it will, but for me, it was repetition. It was depositing proof that I am safe, that I can do this. So now anytime it pops up for me, I go, here's my opportunity to deposit proof. I'm okay. I got this. Athlete mindset flips on. Competitive mindset goes, I'm safe. Let's rip this. And now once I kind of invite it in, I say, let's have this experience. It's no longer this big bad wolf trying to go 10 rounds with me. It goes, all right, let's have a little bit of fun. Doesn't feel fun, I know, but that's the kind of thing. It's those things are the big thing. And then also documenting, journaling through it, during it, after it. So then you have, once you kind of are able to get back down to maybe a 5, or maybe the next day you can go look at it and be like, oh, wow, look at how I was really able to do that. I was really able to do that. That's like the course me and Gabe's are working on, like having playbooks for yourself. So you have literally the data that you can go back anytime and check for yourself is so important, because you are the scoreboard, not what me and Gabe's talk about, not what Michael Singer talks about. Like you are, like I always say this, like there's no such thing as a guru. It's a yuru. You are your guru. So I think I hope that answers your question, because now I feel like I'm just getting on a soapbox.
No, that was great, man. It was great. And people, fellow waves, do you see why I harp on meditation so much? Why awareness has the king crown on it up here, right? It's a constant repetition of reminder. It's Ben immediately had to be able to identify, to have awareness of what was happening. What's the only way that happens, people? By having a 4-day freakout. You can't know what it is until you experience it. Then you go, holy shit, I don't want to do that again. Then you kind of forget, you get sucked back into life, you go out with your buddies. Next thing you know, boom, comes back again. Oh, I don't like this. I didn't do anything about it last time. Well, now you got a bit more awareness. So then maybe you're going to set aside some time to meditate. And as Ben says, he starts to see when he starts his breathing, I guarantee you, for about, I don't know how many times in a row, he didn't start his onset before breathing, before it got to peak. Finally got to the point where he's like, oh, I'm going to I'm going to get there if I don't do this. I don't want to suffer anymore. That's the earnestness. When Tony Robbins says the pain of change is worse than the pain of staying the same, Ben's like, I don't want to stay this way anymore. I can't do this anymore. This is what we all rub up against. This is what all of us go through. We go through these moments questioning if we want to be here, if we want to unsubscribe. But what keeps us here is we want to live. All of us do. It's this false evidence appearing real that's convincing any one of us to entertain these thoughts. So you do it through repetition. And the only way you get the awareness is by when there isn't a storm, when the buffalo's enjoying the beautiful sunny meadows of the prairies, that's when you do the work. That's when you do the meditation. And I can sit here and tell you for years and years and decades, I put that off because things got covered up. My path was to get so built up to a point, thinking I had everything figured out, and have the carpet pulled out from under me to just have my paradigm shattered. And that's what made me do the work. We're all going to have those things. We all know what I'm talking about here, but you have to do the work when it's sunshine and rainbows to prepare for when it's not going to be. Because when it's not going to be, then you are the sunshine and rainbow in that storm. You become it. You don't need it. It's not reliant on what comes. That's what Ben's talking about. It's building that awareness. It all starts with meditation. That's why it's the first and the last thing. It's the first thing you need to start on this path, and it's the last thing you'll ever do because you'll never not be meditating.
Beautiful. And LA, so funny, in my head, I was calling Lorianne LA in my head. So
Oh yeah.
your nickname to me is LA. So she said that she freezes or then panics, and then you say you're going to try it. There's this thing that Gabe's is talking about, right? The meditation aspect of it. Sometimes this word gets really icky, and you may been a meditator forever, and that's part of your lifestyle, but it can feel really, really icky for people. She said, that's my nickname. Hell yeah.
Which is funny because she's a huge San Jose Sharks fan. So that's kind of a crazy nickname.
Oh, that is a little crazy.
Yeah.
So what I have learned, because for the longest time when I started meditating 6 years ago now, consistently.
Yeah. Hey, wait, catch that. You hear that, people? He's been meditating longer. Everything changes when it's consistently, and everybody knows that date. Thank you for clarifying.
Absolutely. I felt like an imposter. I felt like a fraud. I felt like some meditation God was judging me for not doing it right, or people that were meditating were like, he's not doing it right. He's and what I've learned is I still feel like a visitor in the meditation space. But what I've learned is that's my awareness of feeling like a visitor, which is the meditation. That's the whole point of it. It's not to be the best meditator. It's not to be all that. It's just to be the awareness of all of it. And the practice of meditation helped. And no one say I didn't call it meditation for a while. I'm going to go sit by the lake and breathe for a little bit. I'm going to go watch the waves, whatever. It's all meditation to me. That's 5-6 years of practice, right? Has now given me the confidence that I can shift my awareness into the proper places. I can breathe through this. I'm not as scared as I used to be because I have practiced and built up the awareness muscle for so long that when it happens, I'm able to sit there and just observe it. Doesn't mean my body's not freaking out. I'm watching my mind go to the places it used to instead of going there with my mind. Like, that's the only difference. I'm still having the panic attacks. They don't last as long. They're not as intense because I don't get caught up in the Hollywood show of it all. It has become much more of a Broadway show where it's much more like of a play and there's flow to it. Before, I was immersed in it, and I'm telling you what, it was the scariest thing. I would have rather not been here than go through those things. Like, it was petrifying. But yeah, it's the awareness of the state you're in, and then just staying in the awareness. It's not making everything go away. It's allowing it to be, because that's okay. Hello, Erica.
Oh, lovely, Erica. Namaste. And Brendan says hello too. And people, as you just spend more time around love and light, you just start picking all these spiritual breadcrumbs. I had a great friend write a book called that, Breadcrumbs from Spirits. Like, what did we just have in the meditation group the other day, or just today? If you're not in there, you didn't see it, folks. But if you are, you would have heard that Cam Scully, our spiritual dad, last night moved back up to Owen Sound into his tiny home. Spent the first night there, and he was busy doing things, and then he didn't get his meditation in early in the day. So it was 10:22 at night. He was going to get it in before bed. and he sits down to meditate, he just had an absolute symphony from the coyote neighbors he has, and they just were going off. And he just so was prepared to, as he told Corey Cooper in that chat today, of what he does in the face of, actually that was in the women's group chat, what to do in the face of a coworker being awful to you. He said, I removed my preference from the situation now. Somebody's being awful to me. Where is the part of me that needs it to go just separately? And I removed that now. He's built the awareness to remove that, just like he did. He sat down to meditate. The coyotes start going off. My brain, I would snap when my freaking mom's dog would just scratch the door and my meditation's ruined. Fuck. I'd fucking lose my mind. But Cam's done the work and he's like, oh, I guess I'm meditating with the coyotes tonight. And because meditation is not about quieting your mind. It's so crazy how everything is opposite. Just think the damn opposite on the spiritual path. And you're right. It's about acceptance, surrender to what is. I don't care if there's a vacuum cleaner going on, your toe, you stubbed it, it's hurting. You sit and you watch it. And that's where the magic happens, people. And it's hard and it's difficult. And that's why you have to circle up around fellow waves doing the work that can support you in it. And you see yourself in everyone's journey. I know I see myself in Ben's journey every time he talks, every time Cam shares. Listen, Cam's right in the group was so awesome. What if I take my preference out of this equation? Oh,
along those same lines, exactly what Cam went through and exactly what you're saying. I used to, when I was going live on TikTok for a while, I had a dear friend who was like one of the original, like the OG people in my spiritual journey. Her name was Annabelle. And she brought me to that level of awareness, is because I would talk about, I need binaural beats. I need certain frequencies. I need to be here. And she goes, anytime you need something for meditation, it's not meditation. And she goes, and I was like, wait, what do you mean? She goes, meditation essentially is sitting in a room full of screaming children and being present and watching the scream and just being present and quieting your mind through it. She goes, it's not changing the environment you're in. It's being present in the environment that you're in. And that changed everything for me, because once again, I had this giant illusion of control that I need to control every environment I'm in, not just meditative. I need to be safe. I need it to be predictable. I need to be able to position myself to be the best or whatever it is, right? Set myself up for success. And what I've learned is that illusion of control, you bring that into your meditation practice, you're not meditating. You're just controlling an environment. And then if anything goes wrong, your presence is dictated by the environment. That's not meditation. You dictate the environment by your presence, inside out.
Annabelle, which is a crazy name for a spiritual friend on the path with those horror movies, Annabelle and the doll. And my ego just went. But dude, that's such a good analogy. And I heard a great guru say, when you're thinking you have to control meditation, you're like a child playing with a toy. You're playing with the toy. You're trying to get it the way you want. You're trying to fix it. You're trying to use the truck to get over here. What is the mother doing when the child's playing with the toy? The mother's not watching the toy. They're watching that child. That's what you're doing, folks. You're changing your perspective. You're not watching the content of experience, the toys, the shiny things, the great memories come up. Ooh, the awful ones that we push away. I had a bad meditation because I had this bad thought. It's like, no, the mother doesn't care what's going on with the toy. The mother watches the child to make sure the child's okay. You are watching your awareness watch those thoughts. That's, you slowly start to extricate yourself from them. So therefore, you don't be a thermostat. You don't go into every room and take the temperature, go, oh, this is how I need to act. That is a prison. That is cringe prison. That is not living your highest life. That is misery. Instead, you become the I messed that up. It's the thermometer. You go in the room and read the temperature and become it. You become the thermostat. You become the thermostat. You set the tempo. You set the temperature. You set the conditions, because you are the conditions. So that's how the brain works sometimes. I think moon, I say sun, but that's the path, people. So it's just so fun playing the spiritual love and light tennis back and forth and playing off each other, dude. It's like, oh man, I hope everybody's just soaking this in as I am, because this is what it's all about.
Oh my God. And you said something interesting there. That was a big thing. I know I'm running on time here, bud, but
you could stay as long as you want, but
as long as you'll have me, you can kick me out.
Yeah, we can go for 8:15. Let's go.
All right. One of my biggest things, once again, if you don't want to use the word meditation, it took me a really long time to even use the word meditation. It's like my silence practice. It was like I just called it like my morning practice, my morning sit. what I learned is there can't be a bad one. As soon as I label it bad, I've left the sit. I've left the practice. My observation of it feeling bad is meditation. I if I had a good meditation, that wasn't the meditation. My observation of it being a good meditation, my awareness was just longer of how good it was. And like it gets really, really trippy, but like what if you just went into it knowing like it can't be good or bad? If I set the intention to meditate, I'm meditating. And if anyone tells you differently, their ego is the one that's talking to you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so true. You said it right before this. You said if I had a good meditation, it wasn't meditation because you're lost in your story of going, oh, life's great right now. I'm having this great movie in my head. I had a great meditation. I'm a rock star meditator. Oh God, we've been there.
So, hell yeah, and that's why, like for me, once again, one of my goals isn't to be able to meditate for long periods of time. That's that for some people. That's where my relationship with my mind and my awareness is. That's kind of the starting point of my awareness. So all I've been doing, once again, I'll probably say more is like setting like a 5-minute timer on the insight timer. And it's just like a gong that goes off. And then I sit there for 5 minutes and I just watch it go. I'll leave, I'll come back. And then that's not the only time I'm meditating during the day once that gong goes off. That was my introduction to the day of being awareness. So then when I go through the day, like I can be meditative by sitting and being present here. Like I feel like I'm fully present in our conversation, which is meditative. Once I get off here, if I start reflecting back, I'm out of my present moment, my awareness. It's like this really wild game of just understanding. For me, I think awareness describes it best for me because it's just where is my point of attention going to. And like if it's not the present moment, you're not
I'm not practicing meditation. I'm just practicing awareness.
That's it. And if your point of attention is going anywhere other than the present moment, you're not being present. Doesn't mean you're not allowed to think about the past and celebrate the past and tap back into, because say if you want to manifest something into your future, well, you have to know what that feels like. And most of the time you're going to draw off previous feelings. But once you identify that feeling, don't keep going back to that feeling. Recognize what the feeling is now in the body, what you're pulling from the reference of, kind of thing. Once again, that's getting into the weeds of it, but that's how my mind starts going. And if I start going down too many rabbit holes, I'm pulling myself out of awareness. And now I'm just tickling the mind and playing detective.
Yes. It's all about what works for you. That's why you keep coming across as many teachers as you need. Just, it's not because you need them. You're just acquiring different data, that different analogies that click for you. I can remember so many different analogies that click for me. And the meditation, the huge realization is everybody out here who thinks they're a good or bad meditator, they are trying to turn off the TV in the room. You are trying to sit in front of the TV and you're trying to say, I should be able to shut you off because I'm in control. I'm my mind. I think my thoughts. I should be able to hit this button and it's over. Well, let me tell you, folks, you don't want that. Believe me. That happens. You turn that TV off, you don't exist anymore. Okay. You're not awareness. You are on the obsolete, gone, your ego that you're so terrified of losing. Bye-bye. Okay. What actually is what we're working on is you learn to give up. Like, I feel the need to just turn the TV off. I'm tired of this show. It's so annoying. I got to turn it off. It's like the work is only to loosen the grip on the remote. I don't want to put it down. You put it down, take a breath. You stand up out of the chair and you just, it's killing you to leave this TV on. You want to save energy. You want to turn it off. I don't want to hear this in the background. I want to go meditate over there. I want to go read a book. And you have to walk out of that room with that TV blaring and just not come back. You're going to get pulled back, believe me. But over time, you get better at just existing in the other part of the house where the TV's on and you just don't notice it anymore. We've all been driving. And next thing you know, it's 2 hours gone and you don't even remember you've been driving. That's what you did there. The same thing. We all know how to do this. You just have to become aware that you are capable of it. That's the distinction. You do not turn that TV off. You just leave it on and it gets quieter and quieter and less relevant and less relevant. And one day you look around and go, holy fuck, I'm pretty aware. I don't even have that what is even an addiction? That's how this works. It's not some moment that you just sing off the rooftops. I get it. It's not that. It's a gradual quieting of the sound.
It's going into a panic attack and realizing, oh shit, it's not what it once was. Like you're still having similar things. You're just like, oh, wait a second, it's not as bad. And there's something that popped up when you were saying that. I wanted to clarify some of my language. Well, I was saying like you're not like, so we'll say when our previous kind of talk here, it was like saying like you are your thoughts, right? Like you're not your thoughts, you are the thoughts.
Yes.
That's the difference. Is like, because you'll hear a lot of people like you're not your thoughts, and and that's something I want to say is very true. You are not your thoughts.
It's steps to the process, folks. We jump all around, and that's just part of it is, and it's confusing. There's no way around this path not being confusing. But yes, it starts that you are not, and you have to progress to the point to then see after that you are them at the same time. It's this yin yang paradox. Ben is just pointing this out very specifically for you.
I have to, because that's like where it's just like, once again, it's like if I'm saying they're my thoughts or I'm saying they're your thoughts, I'm identifying as them. They are the thoughts. Like you are the thoughts, not your thoughts. I know that gets really sticky.
It just is what it is. It just is what it is. And this is why community is so important. Why me and Ben are building this course. The course is 5% of the course.
Yeah, right.
The community we're building, just the same way we're building this one, just being the love and light, and love and light's reaching all of you. And you're like, I like the love and light. I'm going to bring my love and light. And we all just rise together. It's the same thing for this course, because it doesn't matter. The answers are all out there. Every single one of you has an internet connection. Could go to ChatGPT for free with 3 prompts and say, how do I fix my life with these problems? It will fucking tell you. Are you going to do the work? Are people doing the work? It's the community. It's always the community. It's always the space, the container, the plate, the people you're surrounding yourself with as mirrors. Because AI can be great. Anything can be great. It's all consciousness, but there's nothing like your true mirror. When you look into someone's eyes and you make that connection, you feel their pain, you feel that they've been through, and you can always see yourself in that journey. That's what makes the difference, man.
It's something wild. Even like LA saying that, just being like, Ben, how do you do that? You can ask ChatGPT that, but there's something about a human speaking to like one energy, speaking to another frequency, another energy of the similar makeup, right? And all of a sudden, like, that's what AI can't do yet. I don't know if it will, but like there's this, it's exchanging of energy through eye contact, through inflection, through listening, through environment. And I think that's what's so important that it's just overlooked, especially in this world since 2020, even before since these things came out, our phones, and where the human to human contact and the community of everything has just been so lost. And I think that's what we're really looking, and I think that's what the human race is honestly like striving for, or like yearning for, is more community, more connection, because this is the greatest, I think, gift of what, I say we're working on stuff, and this isn't just like promote what we're working on, it's to talk about like we may be the starting point of it, but everyone becomes the expert of their experience and gets to help others. It gives other people purpose to help other people through their stories, just like we're helping people through our stories. And if we're the starting point to give LA or Brendan or Brandon, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, or Cam or Erica, a space to connect with other people, to be the voice and the purpose behind somebody else's journey and somebody else's healing, that's the greatest gift, not the money of it all. It's a gift of helping people in the community that you've built relationships with based off your experiences. And now you get to share that as currency. And I think that's what we're missing so much of. And that's what I'm really excited to be building, is people helping people, and just being under an umbrella that me and you are kind of figuring out how to build the umbrella right now.
We're just continuing what's already been done. We just learn from other stories, and we're just letting those stories flow through us in our own cookie cutter filter that comes out looking like Gabe's or like Ben. And you all will just do the same. It's just a continuous, never-ending process of this thing that we all are, playing hide and seek with itself in this Beautiful creation. We're all just dancing in it. We're all just dancing in it, brother. And I just learned so much from you sharing about these things. I'm just sitting here, how you every time you return to your panic attack, it's just like, oh, like it's not ideal, but it is. And I know I've been through it so many times. Like the same thing I just went through the other night of the food. I was literally just so present doing it. It wasn't even the food that was the problem. It was the next day with you and me where I felt like I got all flustered and like it clouded my mind to make a decision that impacted our love and light work. So it wasn't even the food. I'm just sitting here realizing that right now.
You want to hear something
crazy? How it's nuts.
And you want to hear the best part? Well, I say the best part from my point of view. I don't get to be a teammate for you there if I don't do the stuff, if I don't go through the stuff I went through and I go, hey, brother, why don't we just sit here for a minute?
Oh,
because you know what I've had to say to myself hundreds of times?
oh.
Hey, brother, why don't we just sit here for a minute?
Fuck me, dude.
And all of a sudden now I'm sitting across from you and I go, hey, brother. And am I talking to Gabe's? No, I'm talking to me as I've rehearsed hundreds of times. And it's what's the beauty and the art of being able to hold space for one another and recognizing that our experiences are not separate. That was like having that moment of just being like, yeah, brother, why don't we just hold up for a minute? I see something in you that I've seen in myself. I'm going to hold space the best way I know how, just like you do the same thing for me, because we are all one.
That is the absolute key. And love this, because Brendan takes a village, says Erica. You're so right. Ben says, Cam Lorianne, the best thing I ever did was join this community, says LA. Namaste, Lorianne. And you are the community, Lorianne. The best thing you ever did is come here, and you're going to remember that you are this community and you are doing that work. And I've started, as the Love and Light starts unblocking, I've always relied on other people's quotes. I've relied on other teachers and stuff, but now it's getting to the point where I had to be even prompted my team, like, Curtis, Gabe, you got to start writing your own quotes. And I was like, oh, fuck. I got to let that come through. It's not Alan Watts every time and stuff. So I've started to put those together, and that's always going to be the number one on the document on this quotes list I have that I'm building out, that I'll start posting these. The number one thing will always be the highest thing we can do, not just for ourselves, but for all life, every animal, every blade of grass, everything on this planet. The highest thing we can do is to do the work of remembering who we are, until that work is revealed as an illusion, leaving the only thing we've ever sought, happiness. Like, that is why we're here. That's why it's collective remembrance. It can't not be anything but remembrance, because that's what we're doing. It's so paradoxical. My mom's finally realizing it too, just having a conversation with her. She's just like, it's so crazy. Like, the number one thing we can do is just work on ourselves. I'm like, it's bonkers. We're so conditioned to do the opposite. It's just, that's all you have to do. You don't have to fix, change anything other than your own connection to whatever you want to call it. I can't tell you what to call it. Ben can't tell you what to call it. We just share what we like to call it, and you guys get to do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Just work on yourself, for fuck's sakes.
And it's so crazy you say that, and then you get to this point of like understanding there was never anything to remember in the first place.
Oh God.
Like, that's where it gets to this like crazy trip of just kind of like, I'm just, and I don't want to come from a place of like knowing. Well,
yeah, your words don't work. Man.
I do come from a place of I think I'm coming from more of a place of understanding than I used to. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to make sense. The saying of, you're just looking to become the thing you've always been. The more I'm unveiling things is like, I've been working. So I think you brought this up. It was like, those who enter the kingdom, something about children of God or something like that.
To enter the kingdom of heaven, just translation, to ever be happy the way you want to, you must return to be like we were when we were a little child.
And that's something I've learned is like, anytime I'm feeling the most like myself, I'm just becoming the thing I've always been. So it's kind of like, oh, am I just in my own way?
Yep.
And you go, and then it's not being like, how do I become these things? How do I unblock myself from it?
That's it. And that's one of my other quotes. The reason you are not living in permanent, ever new peace, what we call happiness, is merely a lack of understanding and a lot of conditioning. That's it. That's it. Nothing else. You're the diamond covered in mud. There also is no mud, but you got to take the mud off. Fuck me.
There's no diamond.
There's no fucking diamond.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna kill everybody tonight talking about this, but yeah, people, might have some crazy dreams after hearing this shit, or you might say, "Fuck this shit, fuck this thing. I'm gonna go back to spitting chiclets and just forget about all this." That's your right too, and I love you. You won't be barbecued in hell for that. You won't be. You'll go dance around with Pink Whitney boys, and then you come back when you need to.
And that's the whole thing too. Is like I love the Chiclet Boys in the way like if you're looking for a hockey podcast and just like bros talking about hockey, great podcast to listen, like talk puck, right? But like there's just depth to what you're looking for, and everyone has their flavor, right? And I think it's just one of those things like you get both with Gabe's, which is super cool. As you can get the puck talk, you can get all that, but also LA. I was always a fixer. First 30 years I've been trying to fix problems, getting the mud off. Oh my gosh. Trying to fix problems created by others. How peaceful it'll be when that stops. Oh my God, I thought you meant a baseball diamond when you first said that. That's you are the baseball diamond. You're the field. You are the field that you're playing on. You are the field. Oh, Erica, see? It wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a moment of freaking flashlight just shining down. I need to get off of here because I think I'm going to implode if you let me on here. I'm starting to I'm getting super overstimulated. I'm going to start stimming. I am stimming. Brother.
That's what happens on our calls, people. This is just you're just putting them out there in the universe now. This is what happens. You just remember you and me every time we call every 2 months. In the past, I'd just be bawling the whole time.
It's true.
You get better at handling the wave of your body gets used to be able to handle the love and light. It has to learn how to handle it again. You have to build that fiber optic cable up.
Oh, dude. I'm going to give you your community back. I'm going to give you your time back. I want to say obviously thank you to you for always having me. I love Sundays, Tuesdays. This is so cool. And I want to say so much thanks and gratitude to the community. You guys are such a warm welcome to having me on here. So I just want to say thank you for all you bring. Erica, LA, Cam, Brendan, everybody. Thank you just so much.
LA's crying. You're making it. Oh, that's beautiful, man.
It must have been the magic of the sweater. I'm just going to say it might have been the magic of the orange and black. But I just want to say thank you. I love you all so much. And Gabe, I appreciate you, brother. And I'm going to talk to you soon.
Namaste, brother. There aren't words. All I can say is thank you for letting the love and light play you like the beautiful Philly instrument you are, brother.
Sending so much love, everybody.
I love you, brother.
Peace.
What a fucking guy. Oh, what an incarnation. What an absolute instrument. Oh. Amen, Jesse. I love how you love that, Jesse. Hey, Jesse, I got something for you now, brother. You tapped in. You listened to some crazy talk. Hey, I got something for you now, brother. Who wants a little sneak peek of the content tomorrow? I told Erica it's to a 3 Days Grace song, and she loves that shit. So I say we dive back into this. Is anybody even in TikTok to watch? This is what's going out tomorrow. You guys get the sneak peek. I'm so fucking fired up. I just sat down, and they're like, hey, we need a first post for the podcast, right? And first post on social of the podcast, Wednesday the 15th. And I'm like, I sat down. This is how this works now, people, okay? Oh, perfect, Jesse. Here we go. You're going to be fired up, okay? I sat down right here, and we needed this content. It was 4 or 5 days ago, and I just went, just dropped into the meditation, right? And just let what emerged from the silence. I didn't decide this. It just came through. And I feel like a filmmaker now. I think I understand, I'm really, really understanding how art gets made. I'm not saying this is going to win an Oscar. I'm just saying you feel it used to be just a vision for sport or how to shoot better, how to fight better, or whatever, get what I want. It's now just letting go. And it comes through. And every time you let go, it'll come through a little better. It'll come through a little bit better. You learn more and learn more. So let's go. Let's dive in. Maybe I'll show you the couple first clips. I want you. I mean, I need. I'm calling in my community. I need you guys sharing this. I need you liking it. I need you put it on your story. I need you fired the fuck up. Okay. I need everybody, as much as you're feeling organically, but I'm putting the call to action. The more noise we make for this Fight Plan podcast, the more people it reaches, like Jesse out in Newfoundland, who came for the hockey stays for the Love and Light. Dana in Arizona came for the hockey stays for the Love and Light. Whoever, the kid in Mexico City who doesn't even like hockey, but he's like, who's this guy getting punched in the face and posting about it and saying he's all love and light now? This is what we need. We need to get the message out because it's only going to bring in more love and light to the community, which just raises the tide, right? What happens when people do those meditation studies, or they did one in New Jersey? Go look up the studies. It's legit. You get 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 people meditating every day for a week for a certain amount of time. The crime goes down. The collective consciousness exudes more love and light. It shines through better. Crime goes down. Violent crime. Everything changes. This is what we're working towards, but we're doing it with sexy, shiny lures that have the deeper meaning in it. You'll see the deeper meaning in this, but this is how it's come through. So this is my drive that I work with my team. So you see here, right? So we have all my stuff laid out, and it's all fucking, we're going all out of this thing. So here it is. Podcast launch reel, Gabriel content, April 15th. Here we go, baby. Look at the document I made. And I sent them all these notes, all these clips, timed it out, everything, right? So watch this shit. Is this the one? No, it's today. This one's podcast launch version 2. This is the one from this morning. Okay. Okay, make sure everything's working here. The music's up loud. Let's fucking do it.
Gabriel was there, the Flyers were not.
It's free. McNeil another right. No damage there. Good right by Gabriel. Left by Gabriel. And he lands it.
I've been through so much pain. To be able to be sitting here about to launch the Fight Plan podcast on my 33rd birthday. But it was the pain that ends all pain.
I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all.
Holy shit, people. That's so much more fun watching it with other fellow waves. Woo! Fucking hell. I knew Erica would know it's this song. Fucking A, says Brendan. Very cool. That's super tough. Let's go. Let's go. That just came through. He did such a good job following the instructions to bang that out. Oh, baby. Oh. Fucking incredible. Thank you, Carly. The maze ball, says LA. Thank you so much. Dana's in the house. Namaste, brother. What's going on, pal? Fucking A, dude. Oh, man. Like, I used to listen to this song all the time as a kid, younger days, and just be like, what does this guy mean by this? Pain? Rather feel pain than nothing. No, like I had no fucking clue. Love the clip of you hitting Revo, right? Fuck, man. So fucking deep. So I paused the music. So look, me just getting teed up by McDermott. He does the arm move to me right before this. I don't think he did it right there at the start. Right here at the start. Make sure it's on the screen. Yeah. He did the arm move right there. Totally did it to me. Just that last punch. It was already stitched together by Delorier. This punch right here, just boom, just split my eye to pieces. Okay, then there's Dunner, of course. Then there's Peluso, second episode. Look at this. I'm covering myself. He pulls me in with the left, Jesse, and throws an uppercut as he spins to his right. The bench reacts, and they're like, holy fuck. Watch this uppercut I eat. Boom! Just bing. Like, did I learn how to fucking take a punch or what? Look at this thing. Just full force, ding, right in the fucking eyebrow. Oh my God. Then, of course, you got Patty. What else is fucking new? Look who's in the back, people. Why do you think I talk about Radko, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? He's the reason this all happened. Look at him just staring at this. Boom. Good night. Like, no fucking no hearing for this. You could say that it looks like shoulder to chest or whatever. That is straight shoulder to chin. Look at my head snap. Straight shoulder to chin. Look at me in my head. Just concussion. I'll play through this one. It's fine. It's fine. Then obviously the leaking all over the place from Matthew. And then Jamie Devane. I was not even here in this fight, folks. I was a ghost. I was Casper the Ghost in this fight. This is the last place on earth I wanted to be. I was in absolute hell playing as a pro hockey player here. Jamie Devane is 6'5", 240. Ding. Ding. I'm not even putting up any resistance. Right in the chin. Thank God it didn't break my freaking jaw. This is me after Lucic. I just thought it really depicted like the ending before the beat drop of just like, wow, that hurts and that sucks with blood coming down my tongue. And then we have obviously the 1, 2, 3 of the good ones, and then get into me waxing some people. I trained with this guy, Reed McNeil. This punch gave him a concussion, that first one. I pushed his head back. He was winning the fight the whole time, and I pushed his chin back right there, got him off balance, and I just drilled him in the side of the head there. And he did not play for a while after with a concussion. Terrible. That's just the reality. Switch to left here, just absolutely feed Duncan Siemens. Best night of my life at the time in Toronto. And then obviously talking about how much pain I've been through. Pain that ends all pain, baby. The deep spiritual truth in there. Pain is not optional, Brandon. The suffering is. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. And then obviously the big Revo moment. Screaming. Let's fucking go into the box. Let's go. Come on. Like, I'm here now. I'm in the fucking National Hockey League. You can't get rid of me. You can't send me down. Franchise winning streak. Fuck yeah. I can take a punch against the toughest dudes with my other hand stitched together, which you'll hear about in the book, and still fucking show up. Fuck yeah. And then it ends like that. Fucking A, people. Fires me up. Fires me up. That's by far the best one. There are these little shorter ones. Ads and promos. No. Oh, yeah, this one. Alexis on fire action. I don't know why it's all blue, but little Alexis on fire action. Just a little. This one's going out on Saturday to show the first 3 guests.
Corbin has the gloves off with Gabriel at center ice. Curtis Gabriel in his first NHL game. Gloves are off in behind the plate. Anthony Peluso and Curtis Gabriel.
Well, now the gloves will drop. Curtis Gabriel and Cody Bass center ice.
Let's fucking go, baby. Fuck me. I love this shit. I love it. Okay. Thank you for taking that in. What do we got for comments? Punches go with the beat too. Love it. Erica, you see that? Yep. I tied that shit out. Jesse, I thought it'd be like Riot or something. Oh, I can play that whole album on the guitar. Fuck, that's nasty, dude. That's baller. You can play that whole album on the guitar. Damn. Love the clip you hit in Revo. Brendan, I've been feeling that suffering is optional hard, but I love it. The clips. Namaste, brother. How have you been feeling that suffering is optional hard? That's a beautiful thing. I thought you were going to more say that you were realizing the pain is inevitable. But you're realizing the suffering is optional, brother? That's intriguing to me. What do you get your fingers going a little bit? Just give me a little synopsis. Jesse says, Alexis Off Fire is top tier as well. Have been listening to them nonstop recently. Amen, brother. Fucking fire, dude. Fucking fire. Like, just such a unique band. I don't know if there's any more unique band as far as the different vocals and what they're able to do. Oh, Kevin Fife, namaste, brother. Welcome in, my man. Welcome in. He says, just got back from a 6K walk. Give me a hell yeah. Fucking hell yeah, Kevin Fife. 6K walk, baby. That's a ton of steps. That'll get the body moving. Did you go with your wife? Did you go by yourself? Did you go with your family? Anybody? Sounds fucking amazing, though, dude. Sounds amazing. Damn, what a time. The dog Mark Kaslick has 2 tucks tonight. He's on a heater. Let's go. Cassie's getting fired up before the playoffs. He's getting ready to go. You love to hear that. Oh, we got some comments in TikTok. Richard Nerso, respect for how you played the game. Anything to win. Very skilled at your job. Namaste, brother. I appreciate you, brother. I was just doing it to hang around with the cool guys. Appreciate you, my man. Mark Kaslick, though, 2 rips. Love to hear that. That guy make, like, I love Mathieu Olivier. I love Jeannot, but I don't think I'm cheering for anybody more than Mark Kaslick. Like, he is the modern day guy. First PK, right hand, elite face-off man, will fight anybody. He's huge, can contribute and score. Fuck me. Dana, I wish you could ask Thorburn wanting to kill Nick Cousin. Oh, did he want to kill him at one point? I mean, hey, him and a lot of other people have wanted to kill Nick Cousins at some point. That's for sure. I remember playing against that rat in the OHL. He just never shuts up. That's what makes him good. He's stuck around the NHL. He literally has a job paying his family playing the NHL because he is the most hated by far player in the league. And like the Chuck boys said, they even hate him. His own teammates hate him when they're on the ice. It's just how it is. Just how it is. That would have been great to talk to him about. But we got some wicked clips. You guys want to see some clips of little teasers of some things we talked about? Could show you some of those if anybody wants to see that. Fucking some great clips. Maybe I'll just pick 2 or something. One vulnerable one and one like badass hockey one. Because I'm getting a mix of everything, right? The first, how it's going to work is the episode, this first one's coming out on a Monday because it's my birthday. But then the other ones are coming out every Sunday. So it'll always be like you'll get the next guest who it's going to be on Saturday. I guess we've announced the first 3, but Saturday, the podcast comes out on Sunday typically. And then all through the week, you'll have clips. So you'll have kind of a hockey fighting type clip and then like a vulnerable clip, like a, the 2 sides of the fight plan, right? Jesse, I call Kaslick the best 4th line in their league. I am biased, but he's still sick. I agree, man. He's up there. Branson jumping Cousins a few years ago and ground and pounding him was so satisfying. Ooh, that would be satisfying. I think it was Cousins, he says. The duality, right, Erica? The duality, you got it. I try to put it everywhere, right? It's in the logo. It's everything because I try to keep reminding as I need to. That's what's so fucking beautiful. It's so mind-bending. It's not meant to be comprehended by the mind, but fuck is it fun. Do you see how me doing all these logos in the room and everything is simultaneously, from the ego, from the duality ego, it's like, oh, Curtis just wants to help. Gabriel just wants to help people. I'm just helping myself because you're all me. All these symbols that go everywhere are just as equally to bring in folks and understand the message as there's for me to constantly see. Why do you think the most 3 important things are on that wall? Namaste, we are all one. Awareness is everything, and the I in the middle with collective remembrance. It's just constant repetitions I'm doing with myself, working on myself. And when I do that, what does it do for everyone here? It shines love and light more through this instrument and plays the music more beautifully. Well, you're all like, fuck yeah, I'll meditate. Fuck, I'll do affirmations. Fuck, Becerra starts doing affirmations. She gets pregnant. It's just love and light. Nobody's here doing anything. That's why we do the work on ourselves, folks, because it's just you. It's not you and me. The second there is separation between you and me, everything that is evil, horrendous, torturous, awful gets created. I and I. The second I feel that Graham at the gym, who I'll play tipsy with tomorrow, and he will kick my ass all over that gym, and then maybe strike up a conversation about how Jesus is king and he's the only way and we're all going to hell. If I see him as other, that creates the space that another timeline, I would have killed him for it. But I know that Graham is me living a different curriculum in Earth School that is just as valid, just as equal, not more evil. It's the same. And therefore, that's why I don't have to fix him, change him, do anything at all. Because he's just doing his journey just like I am. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So grateful for this and you all. Namaste, Corey Cooper. Can I ask a vulnerable one? You know this is the place to ask a vulnerable one, Corey Cooper. You know this is what we do. You want to ask a vulnerable one, I say put the damn light on to encourage you to do it. While we're waiting for your message, Brendan says the pain, especially recently in my life, has definitely felt inevitable, and it's been a fucking hell of a time. But with the suffering being optional, it's perspective. As much as I may yell, the suffering is an option, but not one in allowing to take me further down this broken path. Okay. The pain, especially recently in my life, has definitely felt inevitable, and it's been a hell of a time. But with the suffering being optional, it's perspective. As much as I yell, the suffering is optional, but not one in allowing to take me further down this path. So you're feeling the ambivalence. This is the path, though. You do this work so that you get to this point where you're like, okay, this pain is always going to come. I can't change that. And it's insanity to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's actually not from Einstein. It's from a woman's author and a character in a book. But you start to realize that, Brendan. That's why I tell you, the breakdown is the breakthrough. And when you know that, you don't want to take away your pain. I don't want to take away your pain and suffering, brother. Oh, no, sorry. I want to take your suffering because that's optional. I don't want to take away your pain because that's the only way you're going to come to these realizations, brother, is that you get up to the edge and go, insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, unsubscribing from life, or going this way of this beautiful love and light and these people that seem to be walking the path, and every time they do and open their mouth, everybody grows. Everybody, no matter who comes in and shares, no matter what they share, it aids to everyone. Maybe out of those three options, insanity for all time of hell, in real life, not someplace you go, unsubscribing to life and not getting to live this dream anymore and stay in the fight, or going where all the other people are going and everything's love and light, it seems pretty optimal at that point, doesn't it? This is how we find that out, by feeling the pain, by feeling the panic attack like Ben talked about. Fuck, it's so beautiful. Corey Cooper's coming in with the Corey Cooper's saying, I'm having trouble separating the way Brendan is. You're having trouble separating the pain from the suffering the way Brendan is. The pain is going to come. I get that for certain. This is so beautiful, Corey Cooper. This is so beautiful. This is so vulnerable. Oh my goodness. We just put this on the vibration, the heartbeat one. Boom. You're having trouble separating between the pain that's going to come inevitably. You get that for certain, but you're having trouble with the suffering being optional. You say, I know not to rank or compare or struggle, but with my coach's car accident, my non-birth mom's brain cancer, the fact that I'm feeling so much panic and terror over my personal stuff feels misaligned. I feel that. I feel that. Oh, I feel that. Oh. I know not to rank or compare struggle, but my coach's car accident, my non-birth mom's brain cancer, the fact I'm feeling so much panic and terror over my own personal stuff, which goes into debt, earning enough money, it feels suffocating. And with the most compassion ever, it's supposed to feel that way. The pain is supposed to feel that way. It's just what I said to Brendan. It's the same thing. It's just the same thing. The pain is not going to change right now that you feel about your coach's car accident, which I don't think you've mentioned to us. I think you mentioned the non-birth mom's brain cancer. That's not going to change. And the fact you're feeling so much panic and terror over your personal stuff feels misaligned. Like the fact that you're struggling about other people's pain, but you're almost more worried about your own pain because you can't even support yourself, you feel like, at the time. It's like, which pain do you focus on? It's all too much. That's how it got for me, Corey Cooper. This is how it got for me in my journey, in my struggle. And yes, we could sit here and say, well, Curtis, you're a pro hockey player and you had this and you had this. And yeah, you lost your dad, but you had your mom. Fuck all that. That is the trap. That comparison, like you just said, you try not to compare, try not to struggle. That is the choice that you have. The only choice. You cannot snap your fingers and make the car accident go away, the cancer go away, the debt, the suffocating feeling of perpetuating your existence in this material realm. That's not going to change right now. The only thing that is going to change is you have to smile into that mirror of pain before it ever reflects a smile back to you. And it sounds so fucking crazy, so fucking backwards, that if you do this, you will cease to exist. But that's the test. That's the test. That's the test. And it's so fucked up to your brain that you're identifying with, but that's why you have the pain. So let's look at one of the quotes that's in my book near the end that gave me the courage, the clarity and the courage to smile in the fucking mirror first. Just say, I'm done feeling like this shit, man. I'm done feeling this way. Fuck that. I'm done. I've tried everything. I'm not dying. I'm sticking around for my dad because he couldn't. That's what changes. The pain gets so fucking bad. But you don't stop for anything because that's why you're here. That's why you're here. And you're here to fucking realize this. It's so fucking beautiful. And it's real. And it's not bullshit. It's raw. It's real. It's the greatest journey you could ever be on. And we're doing it together. Fuck yeah, dude. How do I pull up this damn picture? Bigger. Here's the quote, people. Changed. You remember these points on the path. Sometimes, maybe it's this point, me losing it like this, that it clicks something in you. I don't care. It's you doing it. I'm not doing shit. Look at this quote. Nature loves courage. Take out nature for God, happiness, whatever you want. Whatever you want loves courage. The happiness we all seek loves courage. I see you, Corey Cooper. I see you and I feel you. Brendan, I see and feel you. I feel all of you right now. The happiness you seek, Corey Cooper, loves courage. You, Corey Cooper, make the commitment, and nature, what you want, will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles. The happiness you seek loves courage. You make the commitment, Corey Cooper, and the happiness will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles. You feel like you're in an impossible situation right now. Corey Cooper, dream the impossible dream, and the world will not grind you down. It will lift you up. This is the trick. This is what all the teachers, all the philosophers who really counted, who really touched the alchemical gold, the true happiness, this is what they understood. This is the shamanic dance in the waterfall. This is the guy that you've ever seen that meme where the guy goes, oh, I bet you there's some guy somewhere that has it on his phone sitting by a waterfall, and I'm sure he's miserable. That's what this is. It's the dance in that waterfall of just your connection to yourself. This is that shamanic dance. This is how magic is done. By hurling yourself into the abyss, into the death, into the blackness, into the impossibility. And you discover it's nothing but a feather bed of love and light to catch you. Oh. Whew. Erica, by hurling yourself into the abyss and discovering it's a feather bed, and we're all just monkeys jumping on the bed. We're just one fucking monkey jumping on the bed. There's not even a monkey jumping on the bed. But you're going to figure that out by following shit like this, going in the deepest, darkest cave that you could possibly go in. That's what I did. I dragged my ego like on a ball and chain into the darkest cave with the biggest, scariest eyeballs peeking out, looking at me, saying, if you come in here, you don't exist anymore. You die. And I went, every single fucking thing, every single thing is pointing to do this one thing I don't. I've already tried every other way. And it always leads me back right to the edge of this cave. Right to the edge of the abyss. But I've done so much seeking, so much work, so much loving myself that I know without a shadow of a doubt, but still a shadow, still a doubt, because that's what makes it fun, to walk in there anyway. Mwah. Good doggy. I love you, buddy. You're just me scared. It's okay. Kevin Fife. Let's go, Gaber. Shane D. You were sick with the Sharks. Thank you, fellow Wave. Shane D. I was addicted to heroin for 10 years. Was facing life. Wrote a book in prison. Comes out everywhere this year. Holy fuck, brother. Huh. You think this guy walked in the cave, Shane D? He walked in the fucking cave. I'm going to make a merch with that. Walk in the fucking cave. Motherfucker. Whoa. Blake Cower, could I jump on the live sometime for a spiritual chat? Brother, abso-fucking-lutely. Hit me in the DM, my brother. Send me a message. Absolutely. Corey says, Corey, I think it's or Erica said to Corey, I think it's understandable to feel that, and I think you did great by just releasing a bit of that suffering by expressing it to us. Amen. Finally sobbing pain out of my physical body. That's what we have to do. We've got to express that energy out. Let it out. You're doing great by doing so. Yep, says Brendan. This is what we fucking needed. This community. Fucking A, Brendan Zen. I needed this shit too. Corey, Gabe, this is everything I could possibly ask for. Namaste, fellow Wave. I'm just giving myself the cheat codes. But it's not the cheat codes because you still got to go do the work. That's what makes it fun. I'm just giving it to myself. Fuck. Brandon, I don't know what I'd do without you guys. Love you all. Well, brother, you would be fine without us. That's the thing. But right now, we're here for you, brother. One day, you're gonna not need to say that. And I know that. I know that. From the depths of my soul, I received that, Corey Cooper. From the depths of our shared soul. It's all good. It's all good, our Namaste, mama. It's all good. Carla Marie, this was a heavy night, but thank you for all being so vulnerable. Namaste, Carly. Namaste. I know you're not as much at that point and you love this community for the safe, vulnerable space. And I'm so happy you're able to sit with the heaviness, Carly. That's so beautiful. So beautiful. Please, Carly, give us a little tidbit of how hubby's birthday is going or went. Sounds like it was a great night after freaking yesterday. Would have been nice if it was your birthday today and everybody did everything for you, but how was it treating the hubby, Mike? Throwback Pistols is in the house. Namaste. Ryan Manley, namaste, brother. To you and yours as always. Saw Nick the pastor and Trevor today. They work out with Shazi at the gym all the time. Oh, fellow waves. We're gonna have to clip that shit up. Maybe that only goes on the collective memory account. That can't go on the main account. See how you start to see? Like, you can't I mean, you can. Everything happens perfectly, but you can't blast that kind of shit out there. Got to try to meet people a bit where they're at, right? But that is, oh man, as Rupert Spears says, this beautiful teacher. I've shown him on here before. Somebody asked him, like, why are you so calm? How are you so calm? Like, is that how you are? And he just said, he's an English man. So he's like, you know, forgive me for my English disposition of being very docile and stuff. But he says, with fire burning in his eyes, he looks up and just says, but don't mistake it for a second. My heart is completely on fire. And that hit me so deeply because it's always there. It's just how much is blocking it. And as you go down this path, that can come roaring out or back off. Like, you just start to play with that love and light that's always burning, this fire of remembrance that's in you. That's why we call it the fire of remembrance, collective memory, collective remembrance. Carly says, I'm not in the same place, but I believe and follow much of what you all practice. Amen. But that's the thing. That's the thing is, like, I say to you in duality, which I just said, I'm not going back on it. It's yes and. It's yes, you're not in the same place or as interested in some things, but you really are. We all are in the same place. We're just convinced of it otherwise. And that's what we still circle up around. And whatever that means to you, a beautiful community that's inclusive for women in hockey, fucking A. That's the love and light speaking to you in the way that you can hear it. Carly says, it was nice. We played football in the front yard for a while. I listened to Ben while playing football. We're going to have cake soon. DQ ice cream cake. Wow, nice. I remember those. What a fucking beautiful night. And such a beautiful thing to be a part of that in any way, that you were listening to Ben while you played football. That is just, oh, wow. It's amazing. Amazing night, Lorianne. Amen. Amen. Night. Namaste, Cam. Enjoy meditating if you already did it. If not, if the coyotes sing again. Night, night, Cam, says Erica. Good night, says Dana. Peace out, everyone. Peace out, everyone. W stream. Amen. Mark Castellic, W stream. Hey, brother. Little bit of everything. Little heavy on the love and light. Still got some violence. Still got some hockey. Lisa Jude's happy. I know that. Lisa Jude Murdoch's going, yep. This is what Gabriel streams need to always be about. This percentage. Ben fucking coming on and just setting the table for the whole night. Peace and love, all. Namaste, Carly. I hope that ice cream is just awesome. Corey Cooper. Uh-huh, honey, says Lisa Jude. Uh-huh. LOL. Love you all. Namaste, Corey Cooper. I love you too. Just keep taking the next step in front of you, Corey Cooper. Just keep taking the next step. I know the path is not lit in front of you. The only thing you could see, and maybe even half see, you might not even be trusting that next step. But I'm telling you, even if you don't see the next step, take the step anyway, even a baby step into the abyss, and the step will appear under your foot. And just take the next one, and just take the next one, and just take the next one. That is the only way to climb Mount Everest. That is the only way to let go into love and light, is one step at a time. Everybody has to do the same thing. Every guru, every fucking person in the highest prices in the world, and the seemingly lowest place, whatever. Every single person puts their pants on one leg at a time, or sits down and does it 2 legs at a time. I don't fucking know. Everybody shits. Everybody pisses. Everybody has to take the one step. Okay? Just keep taking the one step, Corey Cooper. We are here for you in the community. Brendan, we're always here for you guys, meeting you where you need to be met at the time. But Corey Cooper, We're available. We're here. Don't let that ego keep you shut in. You're doing such a good job expressing and communicating and bringing your vulnerability to this group chat. It is raising us all. You can at least lean into the fact that everything seems like it's crumbling around you. The pain is insufferable, but you have brought love and light to over 56 other souls by being vulnerable. Vulnerable award of the night. Okay? That's what you're doing. That's how powerful you are. So just keep taking the next step. Keep doing the next breath. Keep meditating. One more breath, let go more. One more breath, let go. One more breath, never stop. When you get tired, come back to the love and light, tap in, suck it up, get messages, soak it all in, and get back out there into the woods to fight the life. Fight it, fight it, fight it until you realize you don't have to anymore. The only thing that matters is you stay in the fight. You can't lose. You can't lose. You can't even win. That's what's so fucking crazy. You just are. Life school. Amen. And you are leveling up grades right now. Let me tell you, Corey Cooper. Oh my God. The darkest before the dawn. Right before the breakthrough, life's going, are you sure about this love and light thing? Like you say you're about it, you're in this community, you feel it, but are you really buying in and leaning in? It's asking to test you right now. It's saying, are you ready? We don't get given the love and light, even though we are it. We have to take away the conditioning. It's saying, are you ready for this next level of love and light? Can you handle it? And you go, fuck yeah, bring it on. Thanks for talking straight to all of us. Amen. I can't help it. I just, always hope you meet people at the right place, but it's all perfect anyway. Are you ready? Was another day, 3 days, guys, that you might use. LOL. Ooh, so many good ones. Okay. I'm going to make sure that this gets done here so we can clip this up. I love you all. Namaste. It's already done, Corey Cooper. It's already done.